Steelers-Broncos. Broncos favored by 3. Steelers favored by 3 at Denver. Over under is 40.
FYI, the Cardinals are 5-4-1 against the spread this year, so
they're not bad, right?
Better against the spread. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Broncos Steelers. So the Steelers are. These are two teams playing well. The Steelers have won, I think, 6 in a row. 5-0-1 against the spread in their last 6. The Broncos are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. The Broncos at home. The Broncos play well at home. Like I'm not sure. After that game last week, again, I think part of it was the Chargers self-destruct a little bit. The Broncos, they played well. The delayed drive by Keenan, that was really nice. Are the Broncos getting better? Like, I thought they were a bad team who kind of played well at home sometimes. I'm not so sure they're a bad team anymore. I don't think they're good, but are they not as bad as I thought?
I think they're a team that is going to lose a lot of games, but lose them close. So I don't know whether you consider that a bad team. They're certainly not a good team, especially when they were on a stretch of they won one of their last, I think, 7, one of their last 8, I think. And before they played the Chargers, I think that's what it was. But a lot of those games have been close. I mean, they lost to the Chiefs by a touchdown. They lost to the Texans by 2 points. You know, they lost to the Rams by a field goal. And even before that, they had lost to the Chiefs again by 4 points. So this is a team that was not terrible, but a team that couldn't win games. I'm not sure that there's any reason to see any difference because they beat the Chargers last week, even though that was certainly a good win for them on the road. Just because the Broncos looked good last week, I'm not sure. I'm looking at them and having too much trouble picking this game. Although, you know what? I say that I actually don't want the Broncos. So
I'm on the fence.
I don't know what to do, John. I mean, like, this NFL season's been crazy for me. It's hard to so many of these matchups. I don't know. I feel one way about it, and then the exact opposite happens, and then my confidence is shot, man.
I'm with you. This game, the weird thing about this game is that if they were giving me a half a point either way, I'd have an easier time making a decision.
Yeah.
I think this will be a close game. I tend to think the Steelers are going to win. But if it was 3.5, I go, okay, I think the Broncos can keep it within a field goal. And I know I'm not trying to peg the number on 3 as where I think the game will end up, but it would make me lean. If it was 2.5, I go, all right, I think the Steelers are going to win out. Therefore, I think they'll probably win by field goal. If it was the other way, I think I'd pick the Broncos. Since it's 3, I'm not quite sure. I think right now on the site I have Broncos. I think I'm flipping to Steelers because I think the Broncos winning outright here and getting to 5 and 6 and beating a good team in the Steelers, I think that might be asking just a little much.
Yeah, I'm trying to it's weird. I have Pittsburgh over Denver straight up, but I have Denver at +3, so I'm really walking a fine line there. I was looking up at the at Pittsburgh, how they do in Denver. And Pittsburgh doesn't do very well in Denver since 2000. I think they've won one time. I think they might be 1-3 or 1-4 in Denver. So it's not like Pittsburgh goes to Denver and does well usually. So that high altitude bothers a lot of teams, and it doesn't seem to do all that well with Pittsburgh.
All right. So you got the Broncos.
I have the Broncos. Yeah, I have Pittsburgh straight up and the Broncos at +3.
I think I'm flipping the Steelers.
See the Steelers against the spread?
Yeah. And we've got experts on NFLPickWebs.com, 64% Steelers. Fans, 71% Steelers. I don't know. This is I might have a different pick Sunday. Like I don't know what to make of this one, honestly. Of all the games, this is the hardest one to pick for me.
But what they did last week to pull out the win against Jacksonville, that really does show you. I mean, that like we're talking about the Chargers. I'm not sure I see the Chargers as a Super Bowl caliber team. What the Steelers did last week, they didn't play well for most of that game, and they probably should have really beat the crap out of Jacksonville. But to win like they did is really impressive to me. I think it shows you that the Pittsburgh is a team I can see in the Super Bowl versus the Chargers, so I don't really see in that role,
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not sure there's a huge talent disparity between those two teams either.
Right.